Hello and good evening everyone. Today we're going to have a British tutorial for Age of Empires 3. What we're going to be doing, we're going to be looking at some team decks and some 1 vs 1. I'm going to be showing you guys all the different decks here available and what I have. Okay, so number 1. You need 4 different types of decks when playing the British. 1 vs 1 deck for land. 2v2. And let me just fix my sound options here. Okay, 2v2, water 1 vs 1, and water 2 vs 2. So we'll look through them here quickly. Land 1 vs 1, very standard. You have very versatile. You have your musketeer cards, cavalry hit points, both military cards, and your yeoman card. So everything is pretty much optional. As for the 4 or 5 vils, 600 wood, 3 vils, that's mandatory. Musketeer cards, I say it's also a must. But everything else you can switch and match. For example, you could take that out, you could take that out. You could do, you could do spice trade like that. You could also, you could mix around. Add your factories, that should also be nice. You could do this too. You could do that, you could have like a land 1 vs 1 cav deck, but the mandatory cards is 3, 4, 5 vils, 600, 700 wood, 700 gold. Your musketeer cards are a must in a 1v1 deck, and then either 2 factories or 3 rockets are nice. Also, don't forget these 3: yeoman, musketeer combat, and cavalry combat. Okay, land 2v2, very similar to land 1 vs 1, but here you're going to be focusing a little more on economy, less on military. As you can tell, we got 2 factories here, whereas in vs 1 we only had the 3 rockets. If we check here again, it's only the 3 rockets. Also here in land 1 vs 1 decks, we have 2 military cards in land 1 vs 1. 2v2, we only have 1 military card. That's all that's sufficient. That's all you need. Okay, water 1 vs 1. A standard, regular deck. You have schooners. It's a must card. This is a must card. Make sure you always have it in every single British water deck. And so is this rendering plant. And fish market is optional, but although I do love fish market. For fish market, you could do, for example, you could take out your, let's see, 1,000 gold. You could take out, you could take out 6 musketeers or whatever and then you could do this, for example. That's also no problem. That works out. But that's more on economy than military. For example, if you get Ottoman rushed or Janissary rushed on Yucatan, you wouldn't want a deck like this, because no matter what you do, you want to be able to survive it. A deck like this would be efficient. And also, industrial, it's optional. Either 3 rockets or 2 or the 2 factories is no problem. But in general, this is a good guide that you'd want. The water 2v2 deck, as you can see, I have the fish market. I have the 2 factories, because it's more based on economy, less based on short-term military and surviving that Janissary rush. The 2v2 is more about, rushing and looking for the future of your economy in the long game run. Okay, now that we got all the decks covered, let's take a look at our home cities. I got all these different home cities for Age 3. I play all different civs. Our hotkeys, UI options, make sure they look like this, very similar. If not, have delay before world tips at the shortest as possible, because what that means is basically so you can check the treasures. You see the treasures as quickly as possible. Okay, so make sure that's there. This doesn't matter. This, you don't want this to get in the way while you're playing, so make sure this is as less exact as you see it here. The rest of it doesn't matter. Military drag is important, very important. Very far, as you can see it. Scroll speed max, camera acceleration minimum, or shortest. And alright, graphics options does not apply. It does not apply to your game. You know, it just changes the look. Either high or low is fine. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at a recorded game here on ESO, and I can demonstrate the British 2 versus 2. Let's take a look here. Alright guys, so we found the recorded game here. Here we are. So we're going to go through this very quickly. I'm going to show you the actions done by this player, Alina, who does play British here in this team game. One of the top players during his time. On his team today is in green, good speed, and this map is Yukon. Very similar to Great Plains. Great map, even map, looks balanced. Okay, so he started with one food crate, or sorry, 2 food crates, 2 wood, and 1 gold crate. Here's his explorer here. He's going to herd that hunt there, and he builds a market because he explored the 150 coin treasure. Now what's going to happen here, he's going to put all his villagers on food until he's able to age up. He's going to build that market, put his villager back on food. He's going to put that back on food also. He's going to kill that treasure guardian, research hunting dogs as soon as he gets that 150 gold. And he's going to build a house, put that villager house on food, and so is this villager. Let's take a look at his decks. He's got Team 1 deck, Team 2 deck, 1v1 land deck. Okay. See, it's similar to my deck, right? This 1 versus 1 land 1 versus 1 deck is very similar to mine. And so is this 1 versus 1 water deck is almost a replica of the deck that I showed you from myself. Okay, let's go back to the game. So they're going out for treasures here on this map. Let's speed up this game. See what they're doing here. He's going to make in some more vills here. Let's take a look. Alright, so he's going to age out 17 vills. Nothing fancy, just standard. Standard here, all standard play. Let's take a look at his hunts. He's got 1 fire hunt out there, so he's going to have to build forward. He's going to have to build somewhere up here to protect some hunts. Okay, he's got a lot of good treasures here with his teammate, good speed and green committee. He's got a French player on his team. He's going to send all vills to wood except for 3, just so he can queue a villager and some market upgrades. Okay, not sure if he's going to get the wood upgrade because he will need the food to get units as soon as possible, but we'll see. He should research the wood upgrade. I would have. Okay, so he's building some extra houses because you get the 150 wood treasure, or 180 wood, sorry. Alright, so he's building that house there, another house, another house. Usually during the age, you only build 2 houses. Okay, let's go back, let's refocus here. While in the transition, you're only supposed to build 2 houses and have enough for a stable or barracks. Okay, see, only have 1 wood. 1 wood, because he built 4 houses. Instead, he built 4 houses because he got 180 wood, right? He built 4 houses instead of 2. But really, if he hadn't gotten that treasure,
You're only supposed to build 2 houses and a stable, and then you split your villagers between food and gold. Okay. Uh, Now he's going to put around 8 on gold, the rest on food for Hussar. Forward tower versus all muskets. You got British here and French here. Going as Hussar is Mr. Frenchy. He has scouted Iraq's here. His explorer is dead over here. There's his committee French friend here. His friend is going double racks. He's sending 5 villagers after 700 wood. Always follow this order, please. Okay, I can't emphasize to you how important it is to follow the exact build order. 700 wood, 5 villagers. Always with any build order with British. And you age out with the tower. You're going to put that tower in the front. Okay, he got 700 wood. What is he going to do with that wood? He's going to build the barracks. He should be building some forward houses. You got 5 musketeers coming up here. It's only 550 in game, eh? That's pretty good. He's going to take down that tower. Let's speed it up here a little bit. So he's got excess wood. He's going to build houses. Okay. Make villagers. Get some Hussar, more Hussar. 8 Hussar, here we go. 5 muskets. Okay. He's got a dead explorer here. They will push out with some muskets. Here we are. We got muskets down here to protect off the double rush muskets by the French and British player on the other side. Starting out Hussar wasn't the best idea for him. He's got villagers going for food here. As you can see, it's about even. He's got villagers on wood because but not too many on wood. Just keep 6 or 5 on wood. That's all you need. Now he's got 2 bills already on the crates, so that's only 5 others on wood. He's going to be building some more houses here, as you can tell. He's got some more muskets coming out of here. He sent the team musketeer hit point card. Very important when you go in double muskets. It helps a lot in a team game. Now let's take a look at his friend's deck here. Okay, I guess it won't let me check in a recorded game. No problem. He's going to save those muskets so he doesn't lose them. Very smart. Okay, so let's take a look here. He's got a lot of villagers on wood now. Just, you know, the game's already over, right? They already pushed him back pretty much, and he's losing bills down here. Basically, the British player played very well here. He defended the forward hunts, built houses, okay, built the market, got his market upgrades. He's getting spice trade just now. He's got a standard deck, an eco deck, more of an eco deck. Silversmith, very important on Yukon, okay? You got 5k gold mines, 5k gold mines here. Great Plains, they're 2k gold mines. Yukon, they're 5k. So that's the only difference here between Yukon and Great Plains. You got better gold mines. That's why Silversmith is a better used card here. Now you got an army here fighting Alina and good speed here fighting with muskets. As you can tell, the British player finally switched over to full musketeers. He's stacking up on food. Would have made some Hussar with that, and the game is over. Okay. And that's all, fellas. I hope you enjoyed the game, enjoyed the tutorial. You know, watching the video and all that good stuff. Like the video, subscribe, okay guys, I appreciate it. Look here how we built the houses, spread them out. That's for line of sight, okay guys. Now if you have a question, ask me, I'll answer your questions. Okay. Make sure you follow the build order 5, 7, 5, 6, 4, and then whatever you like, okay? Make sure you do that. Team Musketeer hit points, very important. If your teammates going Musketeer, you could also do Musketeer. Very good strategy. Musketeer seems to do a good job when the opponent doesn't have skirmisher, or in other words, a Dutch player or a Russia player. If the opponent doesn't have a Russia or Dutch player, you can go full Musketeers if you like. There's no problem with that. Anything else I should mention? Yes, get your market upgrades with British as soon as possible. Get villager hit points, very, very important. Villager hit points is one of the most important upgrades. He didn't get it in this game because he felt safe, but it is very important to get in a team game such as Great Plains, because the map is so open that villager hit points with British is vital. Okay guys, thank you for watching, and you guys have a good night. Thanks a lot.